This is a true definition of sleeping with the enemy. The enemy is right there, y'all. When I tell you this story, I wasn't even gonna touch this story because it just every time I turn on the news and see it, it just brings tears to my eyes. This is out of my state of Florida, and not too far. Coral Springs, I live like 20 minutes away. I know a lot of people that live in Coral Spring. Um, it's just sad what he did, y'all. This is the vice mayor of Coral Springs, and her name was Nancy Bowen, y'all. Such a beautiful, beautiful soul. She also was the first Haitian American to sit in that seat, to
Mm,
hold that seat. And what he
Jesus.
did to her was disgusting. Disgusting. This man right here, who's supposed to loved her, and he was just jealous. I'm gonna call it as it
Jealous.
is. It's jealousy,
Yes.
jealousy, jealousy, jealousy. He stated that he couldn't take it no more. Like, take what? What can
Mm,
you take? What, her fame, her, what she did for the community?
mm.
Um, like, what you couldn't take no more, sir? Like, just nasty. That's why I say it's a true definition of sleeping with the enemy. I
Mm-hmm.
read the story how he did it, how he wrapped her body up in sheet, a comforter and plastic bags, and he used a pillow to silence the shots. And that is pure hate. This is,
Jesus.
you could never
Hey,
have loved this
God.
woman. He never loved this lady.
Never loved
No
her.
one could never tell me he loved. He was this is was planned. It was plot. Like, I'm just speechless.
Mm.
I'm speechless. When I read the details of that story, it brought tears to my eyes because she was so loved. I went to school with some of her colleagues, and it just broke their heart, y'all. They had something yesterday for her. They're gonna continue to have things for her. So let's send our prayers and our condolences up to her family. They are taking it hard. I would too, because she was just loved here in Florida. Y'all, if y'all haven't read this story or saw it, I'm gonna drop it. Y'all go read it. Y'all come on in and let's talk about it, because this is just devastating. Just so heartbreaking.
So hey cousins, so this story's been out for a few days, but I just couldn't bring myself to talk about it. It's really hard because such a beautiful young woman with her whole life ahead of her, and this man, this evil devil of a man, took her life because he's jealous of her. She's gorgeous, she's beautiful, she has aspirations, and this evil man who is jealous of her. Your husband is supposed to protect you. No, he don't unalive her. So I just couldn't talk about it. Shout out to my stalker that sent this to me on in one of my comments. So it's just very hard. I can't even, I don't have the words. Hold on, y'all. Sorry, the thing froze up. Jesus have mercy.
Well, on new details tonight in the murder of Coral Springs Vice Mayor Nancy Metayer Bowen.
We're learning more about her husband turned accused killer as 911 calls shed more light about what happened behind closed doors. Local 10's Terrell Fournier is live in Coral Springs with the latest on the tragedy. Terrell?
Yeah, among that history, a fascination with guns and the operator of a faith-based organization for this man who is accused of killing a beloved vice mayor of the city of Coral Springs. So many people touched by this tragedy, and many of them are arriving here to the City Hall in Coral Springs for a planned candlelight vigil that's set to begin tonight. As the city flag flies at half-staff outside City Hall.
So sad. So sad. Why would you kill your wife you're supposed to be loving and taking care of her and protecting her from everybody else? And you alive to her.
Mourners are continuing to drop off flowers in honor of Vice Mayor Nancy Metayer Bowen, people including her mentee.
She was always there for everybody. Every day, every time I talk to her, it's always, what are we gonna do to help the people? She's always a selfless person.
It was Wednesday when relatives rushed over to Nancy's Coral Springs home after she failed to show up to several scheduled meetings.
911, what is your emergency?
I'm calling to report a possible crime.
The urgency escalated on voices in those 911 calls.
We
Tell
just
them
break
to break down the door and go down, whatever means.
Ma'am, I understand that we're worried about her. We're trying to find her, but we can't just break down the door. We have to have a reason.
Nancy's lifeless body was found inside of her home, wrapped in a blanket and garbage bags. Detectives believe Nancy's husband used a rifle to shoot his spouse 3 times on the night before she was discovered, and then he slept downstairs afterwards, a crime Bowen allegedly admitted to.
Powwow her 3 times, used a pillow to silence it, and went downstairs and slept? Jesus.
His own uncle.
Okay. My nephew, her husband, came to my house this morning and told me that he did something to her.
Okay, her
I said,
husband?
"Is he alive?" He said, "No."
Bowen has been charged with premeditated murder and tampering with evidence. On social media, he documented a fascination with guns. State records show he has an active license as a radiology tech, and he last worked at Delray Medical Center. Nancy's loss has touched an entire community.
We're doing our best to honor this incredible woman, incredible leader, incredible human being. You know, she was so committed to so many, including our youth.
No one can replace her.
So many emotions, even 2 days removed from when this tragedy happened. We know that this candlelight vigil is expected to begin at about 7 o'clock tonight. It is not a city-organized event, but yet city leaders, some of them at least, are expected to be in attendance. We know that the organizers, they are asking the community to bring white candles and to either wear or bring orange, all to honor the life of Nancy. We are live in Coral Springs, Terrell Fournette, Local 10 News.
Y'all, I don't know if I have the words. And you know I am never speechless, okay? But I don't have the words. I don't have the words.
And before ask me what I did with my life, I would say I spend it with you.
It's so hard to accept a loss like this because if you knew Nancy, she did not deserve this.
It's still difficult to process.
I feel numb. I feel angry. I'm shocked.
Days after police say they found Coral Springs Vice Mayor Nancy Metayer shot to death inside her home, the South Florida community will join each other outside City Hall Friday night to remember her life. Those who knew her, others who didn't, but knew of the impact she made.
If I haven't formally welcomed you, welcome to our community.
It's just unbelievable. It is completely unbelievable.
Rashida Gibson says she met Metayer at Florida A&M University. They were in the same sorority, and she says Metayer was her big sister.
So she kind of took me under her wing. She guided me with such grace.
My nephew, her husband, came to my house this morning and told me that he did something to her.
Okay, her
I said,
husband?
"Is he alive?" He said, "No."
Coral Springs police say Stephen Bowen shot and killed his wife inside their home. The arrest report says Bowen told a relative he shot his wife because he, quote, couldn't take it anymore. Police arrested Bowen in Plantation. Metayer's family shared a message on her Instagram page Wednesday night saying, "To us, she was a source of strength, wisdom, and love. Someone who always put others before herself." As for Gibson, she's remembering the good time she had with her big sister.
All of us sorority sisters have gotten together, praying for one, just leaning on one another, just trying to get through this.
We mourn the loss. Caribbean people, we mourn the loss of Vice Mayor Nancy Metayer Bowen, the first female Black and Haitian American commissioner of Coral Springs, Florida. And before anything else, I must give my deepest condolences to her family, to her friends, her loved ones, all those that are grieving, to Coral Springs, to Florida, and to the wider Haitian and Caribbean diaspora, my deepest condolences. Now, Vice Mayor Bowen was found dead in her home, and her husband has been charged with the murder. Now, in other comment sections of other videos regarding said tragedy, I saw women advising other women that at the first sign of domestic abuse, of violence, that they should leave. They should run. They should find ways to get out. But what I didn't see was men telling other men to not kill their wives. I can only wonder what stories like this does to the psyche of a woman. As a man, I truly wonder, because women are taught from young that men are there to protect and provide from them, but at the same time, they're supposed to protect themselves from the protectors. And then one day they may fall in love and get married to a man that before God and the family says, I will provide and protect you, but then turns around and does the opposite.
There's always signs. Always. No man just get up and shoot you 3 times. There are always signs. Always, ladies. Always signs. Don't overlook nothing. If my husband raised his voice at me, I'm looking at him like, do I need to call my dad? Don't overlook nothing. Don't overlook anything. My daddy said the first time, the next time he hit you, he might unalive you. That means at the first incident of domestic violence, you need to leave. Don't try to work nothing out. You can't fix him. This is who he is. And I think this brother brought up an excellent point. We have to protect ourselves from the protectors, from the men who stood before God and family and friends and took a vow of covenant to protect us. But now we need to protect ourselves from the protector. Oh, Lord Jesus, have mercy.
Murders the woman he said he would protect. Fellas, we must do better. We must, myself included, we must do better. Especially us as Black men, as Caribbean men, we must do better. We must teach our young boys to keep their hands to themselves, to only touch a woman when she consents to it.
Right.
That violence against women is absolutely unacceptable. There should not be a month dedicated to domestic violence awareness, but there is. So we must do better. Now to you, Vice Mayor Bowen, you were a gem. You put in the work for the people of Coral Springs, for the wider Haitian diaspora. You did the work, and for that, we give you your flowers.
Yes.
And now may you rest
in
paradise. Okay, bye.
Rest in peace, beautiful. She's so gorgeous. She's so beautiful. I pray she knew the Lord. I pray she knew the Lord Jesus Christ. And before she went to sleep, if she didn't know him, before they had an argument before she went to sleep. So I pray to God that before she shut her eyes, she called on the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Because she would have never thought that her husband would take her life while she's sleeping. While she's asleep. He took her life. She went to bed thinking she gonna get up tomorrow morning and go to that meeting. And this demonic man took her life. Jesus Christ, have mercy. Have mercy upon all of us. And ladies, let this be a sign. Don't overlook nothing. I'm telling you, this man didn't just get up and powwow this woman. There were signs all along. I was reading his, is it his or her? They've only been married 3 years. Hasn't it been like 3 years? You're still supposed to be on your honeymoon. And he said, throughout everything we've been through, we're still together. Like 3 years. What did you go through in 3 years? Ladies, if nothing else I have said haven't changed your mind, please pay attention to this beautiful young woman, young soul, who was going to run for Congress. Could have probably been the first Black woman president we have. She's Haitian American, which means she was born here. Could have probably been the first Black woman president, and this devil took her life. And Florida had the death penalty. Cousins in Florida, you all need to beat down Governor DeSantis' door and say, we want the death penalty. He should get the needle. This evil man should get the chair for taking this beautiful woman's life. Let this be a warning to those of you ladies who you know your husband or your boyfriend is abusive and y'all stay with him. I read about another woman. I was going to do her video here in New Jersey. She's at the park. He came and unalive her and then put the gun, unalive himself. Perfect. Good for you. This man should have turned the powwow and go ahead. Go. Oh, y'all, this is so sad. So sad. So sad. My heart goes out to her family and her friends, and to Coral Springs and Florida, and to all women. My heart goes out. Condolences to her family. May she rest in peace. My prayer is that she's with the Lord Jesus. I don't know if she was a born-again believer, but my prayer is that she's with the Lord. And my prayer is this man will get the chair. He's going to get the chair. Listen, I believe in the chair. You understand? Like this man, you deserve to get the chair. Gang members, unaliving innocent people, y'all should get the chair. Now, you know, crimes of passion, maybe you snap or something, no. Self-defense, no. But what this man did deserves the cheer. And don't keep him on life whatever for 55 years. No. Sentence him and give him the chair in 1 year. I have to go, y'all. I just couldn't bring myself to talk about this, but I'm glad I got the little bit of strength to talk about this, because this is so sad. This is so sad, y'all. This is sad. And like that man said, women had to protect ourselves from our protectors. Oh. All right, y'all. I love you. Bye.